And just like that, we are going to go into our first match, which will be between Raptors eSports and ExAequo Quantix, I think. I'm not sure. They are Italian. It's gotta be, like, close at least. So, going our first map will be Border. Starting as a defending team will be Raptors, meaning they will get our first ban off today. And that will be our good old trusted Ying. There won't be any Candelas flying around. Clear vision for, well, nearly clear vision for everyone. Except for flashbangs. But Ying for now is out. Second ban will be for the attacking team, so it will affect ExAequo directly. Will therefore be on the glass. So no sniping coming in, not too surprising. We see glass being banned on Border often. What I find more surprising is that Mira isn't banned, because Mira is either banned way too often. I think in the majors it was more. Oh no, Mira is a defender, isn't she? Yeah. I don't know where my head just went there, but of course Mira as a defender will be banned right now. So yeah, my surprise actually isn't really necessary, because Mira is the first ban of today. Our defending team won't be playing with Mira. Isn't surprising. So completely the other way around, because you see Mira banned like nearly every game. She's either banned or completely in the game picked every round. It's not 100% pick ban rate, but I think it's around 84. Like on the major, I think it was around 84. I'm pretty certain she was the only operator with a ban rating of over 50%. Certain, not completely sure, but I'm pretty certain with that. But going in for our first defense will be Raptors on Armory Lockers Archives, Smoke Jäger, Bandit, Maestro, Pulse on Jesus, who'll probably be standing out and about somewhere else looking for his enemy team. IQ, Buck, Sophia, Thatcher, and Thermite going in. IQ always fun against the Pulse, because while Pulse can see you through walls, yes, of course, IQ's got a longer range on that. So Jesus needs to be careful that the IQ isn't near him, because he won't know, but the IQ definitely will. If ATK is just keeping away from walls, he should be able to see Jesus earlier than he should see him, which is always a great thing to know. Going in also for the defending team, of course, Sophia, Thatcher. There's a smoke coming in and the Blackbeard. If a glass is gone, you're probably better off picking the Blackbeard. That's right, so Blackbeard coming in for the Thatcher Thermite combo, obviously, to try and blow through the reinforced doors, while Rabizzle is trying to keep up those reinforced doors as Bandit. And, well, Sophia, because you should always have a soft breacher with you. The thing is Sophia the best one to pick? I don't know, but they are certainly going with her. And Shorty Boy already attacking, needs to be careful that he sticks to his Thermite and then see that Thermite around, actually. Where is he? I don't know. But Shorty Boy already on his way up, trying to see if he can spot out anyone, and that will happen. Jesus! On the other hand, will find that kill. No, he won't spot out anyone. Jesus will come from down below and will then be killed by Tap, who's immediately running downstairs. He knows where Jesus is, and if he's just taking too long, Jesus will find a way around, will be safe again. But Tap not going to let that happen. Will find that kill immediately and bring it onto a 4v4. Nice kill there by him. While Penguin's still hoping to see anyone coming from downstairs. Paxpin also on the Jäger, waiting for his enemy team to show up. While Maverick is just droning in with the rest. Alan, he's losing his drone. He's outside on vehicles. Looking if you can find anyone through that window. There's definitely another player in that other room. That player will be Pexpin. Pexpin, who's for now staying safe. But on the other side, Wester, who's now down to 25 HP, needs to be really careful. He's got Rabizzle downstairs to help him a little bit. That's a position I haven't actually seen, especially coming up from Raptors. But Raptors will pull that in right now. Pexpin trying to get the kill against Alan. Alan finding him right here, bringing this all to a 4v3. And remember, there's still Wester, who's low on health, but so is Tab, and Wester will pick up that kill and bring it to a 3v3. Wester still being alive, still the health pool looking better for the enemy, for the Italian team on ExAequo. Maverick also finding Penguin. Penguin now to half of his health. ATK finding the next kill against Wester. Penguin just trying to stay sharp, trying to hold his position. Rabizzle from downstairs won't be doing too much. Penguin throwing some smokes. Rabizzle from downstairs trying to help him a little bit with that. Trying to get the kill against ATK. ATK is still staying alive. Maverick coming from outside, trying to plant that defuse on the B side. Alan just has to try and keep Penguin off of their back. But Penguin still in armory, trying to see if this smoke will do anything. Answers no. Alan finding the last kill, and now it's all down to Rabizzle. Rabizzle in a 1v3. That should be next to impossible. Maverick picking up that last kill. And like that, we will only get to see 2 kills coming out from Raptors. 3 players from ExAequo surviving the whole round, planting the diffuser and getting all 5 kills. And surely that's not the way you want to start this off. Like immediately sitting in a 1-0 is not the best way of starting a game. You want to win the first round just to stay ahead of your enemy team. Which apparently isn't going to happen for Raptors anytime soon. Because they need to win 2 rounds in a row to at least get the lead. If they win on custom supply, which I've seen them do repeatedly, like play on custom supply, and I think they've got a pretty high win rate on it. If they actually do win this round, they at least draw it out, which is still notably better than sitting behind 1 round. Still, ExAequo is still here to try and hold them off this 1 round. Still customs inspection going in. They've got a dog on the 6th pick, if I've seen that correctly. Help again, bring out the smoke, bring out the castle. This time now that we're downstairs. And on border, of course. You don't need to explain that. If you're going on, well actually all 3 downstairs defenses, you've got 1 in this case, or 2 hatches in those 2 cases above you for, well, any player to defend, who defends upstairs, to immediately go downstairs and help his team out while defending on site in the action. Meaning, let me just quickly, it's in English, if I do hear that correctly what I'm saying. Which, of course, you want to be able to be as quickly as possible on the side. Like on the last side, Rabizzle, he was downstairs in workshop, which by all means doesn't mean that it's a wrong spot to stay in if you're defending. But like he of course had the hole in the floor. He could see where his enemies are coming from. But if everyone on the side is dead, Rabizzle needs to run, and he needs to run such a long way to at least get up. That in the meantime, his whole team died, and there was no way of him winning this in a 1v3. So yes, of course you want to be as fast as possible on the side. It can go really badly. But of course you also want to defend from upstairs, sometimes even downstairs. So now attacking will be Shorty Boy. Will come slowly around. There's already 1 minute going. We've seen the defense on their enemy side. They've got 2 players right here in CCTV. Those players will be attacked right now. Need to be careful because their position is already found. Jesus going out. He's now on 25 HP. He will be taken out by Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy who's just got 1 small opening to find that enemy player. Wester therefore completely alone upstairs. Will at least find Shorty Boy. Will bring this to a 4v4. There's still 3 players around him. I hear 1 player already trying to come in from down below. Wester at least giving himself back some health. This is Zofia coming from the other side. Tap taking huge amount of damage. He's now on a slither of health. One shot and he's dead. Still, he's alive and kicking. Wester's position should now be known. There's 2 players coming in from there. From his side, Alan finding the last kill as the Blackbeard. He's on half of his health. That's still more than enough to go out. Tap being picked up. He's now also on half of his health. Precisely. Penguin just quickly switching position. And I don't know about Paxman, but he seems completely alone. And that is the next kill for Alan. Robizzle and Penguin left him completely alone on the side. Penguin at least swiftly on his way back to, well, at least outside. Maybe even on his way back to supply room. Robizzle now upstairs trying to find his enemy team. And there's still 4 players alive on said enemy team. One the Bug, who's right now just opening up the floor, and Tab and Maverick on Zofia and Thermite, who are now downstairs trying to open up the walls to get into the sides. And into the sides where they will go. Robizzle finding the kill against Tab. That's at least the Zofia gone, but Robizzle's position is now known, and Penguin also on his way towards the side. He's still hidden. There's drones coming, and he needs to be careful. Still, Diffuser will be planted anytime soon. Penguin on his way to the side. Just needs the kill. Robizzle throwing that C4. Finding another kill against ATK. And then it's Penguin against Alan. And in a... was it a 2v5? I don't know. But in a 2v4, 2v5... those 2 guys, them guys, are able to keep the whole site clear. And I didn't think they were able to do so. I thought a 2v4, no, that's for sure, that's going towards ExAequo. But no, Raptors is holding off. And Raptors, with just a bandit and a smoke, are able to pull off this 2-man defense. They went all out, tried to not be cornered into the side, because they knew they were possibly going to be attacked from one side and from above. 2 and 2, two groups of 2 people, which of course was exactly what was going to happen. So Penguin and Robizzle immediately got out of the side, so they at least got out of the way to be attacked from upstairs. And for Robizzle, even better, he was behind enemy lines. He was able to get 2 easy kills on them. Penguin, of course, on I think even 3. Penguin, of course, on the other side, he didn't get much action with him. But, I mean, look at what Raptors had done right there. I tried to set up something to draw on maps, but, I mean, Counter-Strike's got this, Rainbow Six doesn't. So I've just got to show it right here. There's 2 sides you can attack this side from. Of course, you can also try to attack from the outside, but I think the outside was completely closed. There was no way they were getting in there. Penguin holding off in ventilation, and Robizzle holding off in lobby and waiting room. Just waiting for his enemy team to attack, and that's both sides that you could possibly attack, plus, of course, the upstairs, which was already lost, completely covered. If you're going to lose the side because your complete enemy team is dropping onto the side, you're going to attack from 2 sides, which you're mostly going to win. If they are going to try to attack from the side, both players would be behind lines, which was exactly what Robizzle was, which was why they were able to pull this off. 1-1 draw right now for Raptors, with a really good approach right here to try and get a round off of ExAequo. Also might say toward that, ExAequo on the ranking, on the ESL ranking, on the 17th position, Raptors on the 10th. But as far as I know, ExAequo is a complete diamond team. Raptors is, well, just 1 or 2 ranks with most players, or some players below that, if rank actually matters to you, and you're not going the Stylosa approach. Stylosa's Overwatch, isn't he? Well, still works as well. Alan, right now, up onto vehicle. Trying to spot out if any of those windows are opened, if he can find a kill onto one of those players outside of the windows. Robizzle trying to hold off CCTV. Don't think it was a crucial point in the last attack of ExAequo, but he's still trying to hold off CCTV. What Jesus is doing right here might be a little bit more helpful, because he right now is just holding off offices, which was the complete attacking route of their enemy team last time. Alan Connor's still waiting. There's another player downstairs if I haven't seen that correctly. Still, that could be ATK. ATK finding the kill against Jesus, and that's the pulse gone. I think Jesus dropping down, and that is his mistake. That will lead to a fatal death. Penguin waiting, if you can see the black bit outside. Alan actually moving close towards him. Will not be found by the smoke till now. Pegspin at least getting stunned by Tap. Tap already on his way in. They are trying to make do. Still, Penguin holding off with Wester. Penguin dying. Robizzle dying. Wester still alive. Wester still has LMG. Is still trying to hold off against 3 players who are already on the side. He's seen none of them. Maverick now on his way in. Will open that up. And is trying to see if he can find Wester. Wester taking some damage. Pegspin downstairs on the staircase. He's coming up right now. He's got a player right around the corner. He needs to find the kill on him. That should be ATK. Tap finding the kill against Wester. And Pegspin is also on a slither of his health. 5 HP. That might be 5 HP. And he's fittingly in a 1v5. One player coming behind him. Hasn't seen a player yet. Shorty boy actually on the way towards him. We'll find the kill against Pegspin. Bring this to the 2-1 for ExAequo, who will not lose any rounds. Who will not lose their lead against Raptors. I mean, yes, technically they lost it, but they haven't given it to Raptors, who are still staying, well, with 1 round behind. Seeing that ExAequo had just gotten the lead again. So, Ventilation Workshop, our next defense. Castle, Jäger, Bandit, Mute coming in for the defense. Might still be up for a change. They also bring the smoke. As always, I'm not quite fond about the Bandit Mute approach, but you Wester could work if you're not 6-picking this. Could still work. They've got the castles, so they don't really need to 6-pick deck, but they could again go with the Legion, which they are actually doing. Twitch, Blackbeard IQ, and Thermite without a 6-pick right now, going in for our Italian team. We could just take the most, what's it called? The most cliche food of both nations, which I'm not sure. Is it potato is Irish? Because here in Germany, we often hear German potato, which apparently Germans like potato. I don't like potatoes, but apparently we do. I don't know. I think for Germans it's obviously going to be a sausage, and for Italians it's pizza or pasta. Both P's work, really. I'm just going to call them ExAequo and grab this, which is it controversial? It's not controversial to talk about cliches, but especially in a light-hearted manner. But well, ExAequo and Raptors is just on the hand. It's just a little bit quicker, isn't it? Well, that aside, Ventilation Workshop, we're going right back into our game. Robizzle, Pegspin, Jesus, Penguin, and Wester. Penguin and Wester staying upstairs. Jesus and Pegspin staying on the side. Was about to start with those 3 guys staying inside, but Robizzle was then, when I call him by his name, going outside again. So, Robizzle trying to hold up, which is interesting. He's trying to hold up from downstairs. And that's really but that's mainly a Raptors thing to do. You don't really see that with too many other teams. At least I don't, with on border. Because mostly you've got 3 players up here, 2 players down here, and no one in here. So Robizzle trying to use, at least me expecting no one, to try and find a kill from there. Tap now, seeing 1 player in Armory. He's trying to make do, he's trying to find the kill. Wester taking huge amounts of damage. He's now down to 50 HP. Question is, can Robizzle somehow get behind those players? Somehow get up there? Because he's in position for that. Jesus finding the next kill against Tap. Tap at least dying. From downstairs, I think the hatch might be open. Wester hoping that he can follow up with a 2nd kill, and he will! Shorty boy will run right into his size, will lose the 1v1 against him. ATK trying to attack from downstairs. There's Robizzle, I think, completely in front of him. Is it Robizzle? No, he's upstairs actually. So he's in front of Penguin. Penguin who's just making the best out of the situation. Wester also, he's getting flashed. Penguin still not flashed. Will try to find the kill against Maverick. There's also Robizzle. Robizzle's now upstairs. Penguin dying. Wester still alive, but Wester's getting outside just to stay alive. And now it's Robizzle, who's completely alone upstairs, but he's unnoticed. They just saw 2 players upstairs. They haven't even noticed that Robizzle was somewhere. Thing for him is he needs to be really loud to try and get inside there, because he needs to get through this barricade. Jesus finding one more kill, bringing this all to a 2v4. ATK from upstairs. He's got Maverick right with him. Maverick setting up his charge, and now there's Robizzle right into Maverick. Maverick finding the knife, but he's now down to 25 HP. ATK and Maverick now in a 2v3, but Maverick might be dying anytime soon. Still, Twitch drone coming out. Does he have enough time to actually put him to the ground and pick him back up again? That's the question I'm asking myself, because they've got 25 seconds. Yes, of course he's got enough time for that, but after that they need to run into the site, they need to find 2 kills. Jesus, still on 2 gas canisters, 2 already shot, now it's only 1. Wester actually hearing where's enemy teams coming from, and ExAequo now running low on time. ATK at least finding another camera. Maverick dying to Paxspin, and now it's all down to ATK. Will be found by Paxspin. Paxspin with a double kill in the end brings this to a 2-2, to a draw, and Raptors with the next rounds in hand. It's looking pretty close so far. Really, I'd say that ExAequo really always has the upper hand, but if it's always going like that, if it's just going to be ExAequo getting the first round, Raptors getting the second round, and in that switching manner, we're going to go into a 5-5 overtime, and with a side switch, that might mean that Raptors will now be the team that's leading, that's getting put up with a draw, and then again leading. Maybe. Then again, you need to keep in mind you're not dealing with halves in overtime, are you? Because you're playing attacker, then defender, then again attacker, round after round. Ela now switching on to... Jesus now switching on to Ela. Custom supply for Raptors. They go in with a Smoke, Jäger, Bandit, Legion and Ela, like I said, and a Twitch, Blackbeard, Sledge, IQ and Thermite. A player who's called Ela switching onto a operator called Jesus would also be... I mean, the player name would be in that case unnecessary, but the operator name Jesus would be something I mean... They aren't allowed to make something religious, are they, Ubisoft? I mean, they technically are allowed, but could be controversial. People will definitely call you out for it. So. But still, Jesus is a normal name. You could call an operator Jesus. Penguin upstairs on his smoke, walking downstairs again. We are, of course, finding the supply room defense. Got Jesus and Wester upstairs. Paxspin also getting upstairs. Question is, we've got 3 players upstairs. That's, by the way, the first round Raptors won. Robizzle still downstairs. So is Penguin really defending this on his own? Is Robizzle not going to be near him? And no, Penguin's going down. Okay. Jesus also on his way to at least... That didn't look right, did it? Jesus at least also on his way to at least try to defend from Armory, open up that barricade to see if anyone's coming to try to attack behind Wester. Thing is, of course Raptors won this side the first time, but ExAequo is not going to do the same mistake a second time. They will definitely check if someone is going to try to attack from downstairs, and they should also see where Jesus is, because they should have seen that this is opened up, because not only is that hole down there a little bit too big, but also there's still wood lying around. You should see that, but he could use it to run out, and Shorty Boy will indeed use that to find a kill. Wester at least finding the frag in a complete Leroy Jenkins mission. Jesus just on a suicide run, running out there, trying to get a kill. Doesn't really work, does it? Because his enemy, of course, thinking that this may actually happen. Wester finding the kill against Shorty! Just with the last shot to say goodbye, I'm going downstairs. He's finding that kill. running into his goo mine. Tap at least from upstairs, finding Wester again. Bring this all to a 3v3. So, diffuser now in hands in tap, 4 tap. Penguin seeing a smoke as he can find anyone downstairs. Pegspin hoping that the floor above him will not be open, which indeed it will. Tap taking some damage, Pegspin taking more damage. He's on the ground, he will be taken up by Tap, and like that we will go into a 2v3. Penguin as smoke, he's been already spotted. Tap's right above him, trying to make do at the floor, trying to put that out, but there's Penguin putting him out of his misery. So the fuse on the ground picked up by ATK, but they need to get rid of attack to, or ATK. No, Penguin actually, to try and get back on the side. And now, are you seeing a setup Raptors have right now? They've got Penguin and Rabizzle. They do won this in a 2v4, and Penguin is already getting back, trying to hold off a little bit to watch if maybe his enemy team is going to flank in, but of course they know both players are upstairs. Diffuse already planted, C4 is coming out, will not take anyone out, but now Alan will fall. ATK now, the last player alive, he's in a 1v2, he's going to be attacked from behind. Penguin at least on the ground, but he's not seeing Rabizzle, who's already on site, already in the little hut, and doing work on the diffuser. Diffusing the diffuser, I'm just going to call it diffusing the diffuser. And again, Raptors winning the supply room customs defense, which isn't really something you would expect, but Raptors is really good at that actually. And I think Raptors setup is also something you should look at while you're trying to defend or maybe attack that. Because with players running around on the ground floor, on the first floor, trying to see where the enemy players are maybe going to come from, trying to flank them. It's not like Rabizzle is running upstairs, trying to go on a suicide mission, trying to see on his own where his enemy players are at. Rabizzle is waiting patiently downstairs for their enemies to attack, to get a kill, and to bring this round into their own hands. And that works. The only time Rabizzle is running upstairs to try and get a kill is when ExAequo is attacking his 2 teammates upstairs. And even then he's waiting, patiently waiting, getting enough information of how many players are there, probably, where are they at, and then he's attacking, when he knows he's got nothing to fear. Of course, he's then a little bit cautious because there could be information he will have missed, but it works. Him staying downstairs works completely, and the duo Penguin and Rabizzle also works. And what I also find or love about Raptors is that they not only get attacked from above, like you should be when you're playing downstairs, but they strike back. Like, of course you strike back if the floor above you is open, but they specifically pick the smoke to try and fight back. Of course, not only to try and fight back, but Penguin in the best position with his shotgun to not only try and see his enemies, but to also open up the floor. But with his shotgun, it's much easier to see where your enemies are coming from. So Maverick, well done right there on playing the smoke in the supply room, getting those kills. It's something you should really see coming from most teams, because it's really working out for Raptors. But you don't really do that, do you? Backspin, now on the buck. Already losing 25 HP. The defense was a little bit shaky, but actually worked out for them to get to a 1-round lead. Now they need to try and attack. There's 3 players upstairs. Jesus, finding Tapu, still setting up reinforcements. And that will cost him his life. Jesus, at least getting some damage done against... it should be ATK on the other side, but will also be down on the ground. Behind him, Penguin on the Blackbeard. Trying to make do, trying to pick his teammate up. ATK is not going to be flashed anymore. Of course, they already lose taps, so they at least want to get a second kill, or a first kill onto Raptors. And for that first kill, they might also need a second kill coming in on Penguin, Because if Penguin is here, he can easily pick Jesus up. Jesus just waiting. Penguin needs some help to try and get him. Actually, Wester getting the wall open, so he should be able to get forward. Actually, to Jesus. Jesus taking some damage, will now be dead. Can't pick him up right there, can you? At least they had trouble to do that with 2 players. But now the attack getting pushed downstairs. I've seen 1 player dropping downstairs. That's Penguin, who's trying to see if there's anyone. And there is Shorty Boy coming from behind, finding that kill. Shorty Boy and Maverick actually not only staying on site, but also running around like they should. 4v1, it's just Paxspin on his own. We'll find that first kill against 80k. Paxspin still staying alive. He's got 1 frag in his hand. Opening up that first wall. Just give me a little second. Please don't get any kills in that time. Thank you. There you can. 1v3. Paxspin running in. We'll actually find Alan. Alan who's coming from the side. Shorty Boy who's coming from up front. Finding that kill against Paxspin. I was completely sure Alan was going to get that kill. And then I saw Shorty Boy who was going in. And like that, we will actually go onto a 3-3. So, draw again between both teams. ExAequo able to win their first defense in bathrooms, which you've seen most defense wins from Raptors coming out on not bathrooms, is it? On that thing they won on supply room and customs, which isn't the most normal place to stay at. For ExAequo, this is actually going to be the toilets. And with a beautiful defense, they are going to be able to win that as well. So, ExAequo now ventilation workshop defense. They bring up the Jäger, Maestro, Castle, Bandit, and the Pulse. On the other hand, Blackbeard, Bug, Twitch, Thermite, and Blitz. So, question is,
attackers need to locate and defeat.
What's going to change? Like, what changed in the on the defender side? It's really just going to be the Pulse that changed and the Maestro, isn't it? Maverick definitely wasn't on the Pulse. And Alan was Legion. Alan was definitely playing Legion. On the defending side, we bring out, I think, nothing new, actually. Or Abyssal. Is Abyssal changed? Abyssal might be the only one that's changed, actually. But thing is, for Raptors, I'm always saying, or I'm often saying, watching Raptors is great because you see so many things other teams don't really do. At least in the levels I normally cast. And right here, Raptors, for example, playing Twitch. I really like the instantaneous EMP grenade on Thatcher. I don't like playing Twitch at all if a Thatcher is available. Which is one thing I always say for Raptors they probably shouldn't do, but I mean, it works out for them. Twitch has some advantages that Thatcher doesn't have. So, you could try to do that. Could actually try to do that. Anyway, of course, Twitch going up for Abyssal. Shorty Boy already getting that first kill onto Paxspin. Instantly bringing this up to a 4v5. Shorty Boy trying to hold an Archives. He knows there's a player right below him, opening at least up the doorway towards him. Diffuser now being picked up by Penguin. Penguin who's now down to half of his health. And will be killed by Tap, who's got a beautiful view outside, which is important for Raptors to notice, because they actually used that view to try and get a kill last round. Or at least last half. It doesn't work out for them at all. So, another kill going in for the side of ExAequo. And this might be the 4-3, and therefore, well, the problem for Raptors, because they need to win every next round flawlessly. to get to at least an to prevent an overtime if they want to win. Jesus now getting killed by Shorty Boy. Rabizzle, the last player alive, getting killed by Tep. And not only works ExAequo able to get every player out of their life, I'm 90% sure that no one of them took even 1 HP of damage. Because they were able to get the drop onto so many players on their enemy team. They weren't even seen. Which is, for ExAequo, a perfect defense. Like normally I say, yeah, you want to have a perfect half to at least win. Like if you're in a 4-0, you want a perfect half to get to the overtime. But theoretically, a perfect half is 5 rounds like that, played like that by ExAequo. That was literally a perfect round. So ExAequo looking good right here. Go in Armory Lockers Archives. 1, 2 defenses in a row. Are they going to make it 3? Jäger, Maestro, Legion, Bandit, Smoke. If they win, no matter what happens, if they win or lose Armory Lockers Archives, we could potentially see the Toilets defense back, which is possible, seeing that it's been 3 rounds then. But let's see if they are going to win Armory, because if they do, we are not going to see Armory in this half back again at all. So it's the same with every other map or position coming after this one. So, as a defense, they bring out the Maestro again, but they switch up the pulls with a Legion and try to make do with that. Actually, Castle is also switched out. They bring the Bandit, Jäger and Smoke in. On the attacking side, we again get to see the Blackbeard and the Buck. We are going to see a Twitch and a Thermite and an IQ. Which, IQ shouldn't do too much, really. Because yeah, you can see the batteries, you can see the evil eyes, you can see the ADS systems, all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, you could see many, really more stuff than that stuff. I really like IQ to be able to counter a Pulse or a Vigil. Having IQ without those two is not a problem, but I mean, you're better off picking other stuff. You're better off picking guys that actually have, like, gadgets you don't really use. Or you do really use. That's at least my opinion, maybe. Jesus is going to prove me wrong. He's going to do something else. Because, of course, you can still see if anyone's on a camera. And that is what Jesus is trying to achieve right here. He's got 1 player right above him, but he won't find that kill. Yes, of course, that's also something you could do. You could see if anyone's on the camera. For that, you can also use the IQ Duke AB combo. But, well, for Jesus, it just doesn't work out right here, does it? Actually, completely forgot about the fact that handies are not just, or smartphones are just not a work of magic, but are actually electronic. Means IQ can definitely see them. Jesus going in, trying to find his enemies. He should have been 2, maybe even 3. There's Shorty on the other side. Shorty just trying to get up front. That's not actually Shorty, that's ATK on the other side. ATK, on the other hand, taking some damage. Will be attacked. Wester also losing some health. Maverick getting flashed in. That flash will hit him completely. Jesus going in, finding the kill against ATK, and like that we are going to be back on a 4v4. Penguin still outside. He needs to be careful that he doesn't move back too far. Tap being killed by Rabizzle. Jesus finding another kill. Penguin finding another one. And every kill's going in at the same point. Shorty, the last one alive. Jesus finding him. And it's just been a complete massacre, hasn't it? Raptors going in with everyone. All of the 4 players really went in. And I didn't know who to watch. ExAequo didn't know where to watch. And like that, Raptors are successful with a defense, with an attack. The first one they actually were actually successful on. So now ExAequo trying to do the same thing again, and they need to be careful that their enemy team is not going to come from every side. To be honest, really reminded me of that FBI map meme, which is also in Rainbow Six Siege, where you in its room, is it? In a house, where all the attackers are coming in from all the sides. Really had the same feeling, because all the attackers came in from all the sides. So good attack there by Raptors. Still, ExAequo had some better defenses going. Like, they were able to get the drop on all 5 of the enemy players the last round, which is a much better defense going in from our Italian team than this attack was from our German team. But, well, you're not getting scored on style points, do you? Maverick and ATK setting up upstairs. We're getting the Armory Archives defense again. Let's just quickly pay attention in 20 seconds on the defensive setup for ExAequo. Because are they actually going to go crazy and going to set up, well, not crazy, but are they going to set up a player downstairs or in CCTV? Or are they going to put every single player right here onto offices, or well, side?
5 seconds to insertion.
Which, mind you, if they had a player in CCTV, that player could have easily gone around, tried to get a kill against anyone of the enemy team. You could have set one player downstairs and he could have tried to get a kill from downstairs, like as a pulse or something. You don't really need to try and go in with, well, everyone on the same side. So, Maverick setting up, trying to see where his enemy team is coming from. Penguin already on his way inside. There's also Packspin on the corner. Pep and Alan just waiting on drones flying through. We'll actually find one at least. They don't have any bandit batteries set up there. Those should be already dead, I think. No, Maverick actually right now setting up in Armory. That's a little late, but it's still working out. And now Wester, he really needs to get Rabizzle on his tail, because Rabizzle needs to get in and get those batteries. On the other hand, you also have Jesus, who would also try to make do. But he shouldn't really try to go in, because that's a risk he really doesn't want to take. They need to get rid of the ADS for sure if they want to throw a frag grenade in, which of course is also a possibility. Downstairs right now, looking if they can find Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy quickly moving out of position. And right now I can see... I don't actually want to see where the electronics are, but thank you, Rainbow Six. Thank you for that. Maverick holding, and I think I need to switch to Jesus to make that stop. No, that is staying. Backspin finding a kill against Shorty Boy. Jesus already inside, but he's got a player right behind him. Still finding a kill against Tap. Finding another player right on the ground. That's Maverick. Maverick getting killed by Jesus. Actually, Penguin, who found the kill against Tap, saved Jesus' life, because Tap should have been right behind him. Wester getting the kill against Alan, and now it's all down to ATK, who's killed by Jesus. So, Jesus getting the last kill and bringing this to a 4-5. Looking fairly well right now, going in for Raptors with 2 strong defenses, attacks right here. Yeah, ExAequo, who started off with the one of the most strongest attacks I've ever seen, with really strong, my god, with strong defenses this half. With strong defenses, tried to make do, tried to really get the grip of Raptors. And then Raptors just came out, did they? Raptors just got 2 rounds where they completely rushed them. And all players walking in on their own, that's not something you really can protect yourself against. That is why you should also have someone roaming around. Because while Raptors is setting up, it's the perfect place and time for a player in CCTV to try and come around from behind and try to get 1 or 2 kills. Make it from down below. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that they are able to get a kill or two. To not make it 4 or 5 players rushing in, but 3, well, or 4. To at least lower the numbers. But right now, for ExAequo, they've lost Armory Archives twice. The second time might have been a mistake to pick that. They're now checking. Can they still defend anything successful? They are going onto their second successful defense, was it? Which is now going to be the downstairs defense in the toilets. Shorty, 80k, Alan, and Maverick. Actually, all 5 players upstairs. Shorty just now getting downstairs. Alan hoping he can find anyone already downstairs. He's probably just going to wait on that hedge, going to see if anyone's going to come in. And if he's going to be attacked, that's his perfect exit strategy. That Peg's been already droning out, already trying to find his enemy team. Western Cheese is completely downstairs. Maverick and Shorty Boy setting up down here. ATK just waiting. We've got 3 players in offices, no one in CCTV, no one going around in customs. Penguin and West are already on their way. I think they are just going to try and send it, are they? Go to A immediately. So Wester already on his way inside. He's got Maverick right here trying to hold off as long as possible. Wester coming in, and that's still a soft wall. That could be open potentially. But Maverick's on the other side. Maverick's trying to hold up, at least opening that. Should give away his position though. He's trying to find a kill through the wall. There's Wester on the other side. Wester who's just right now trying to drone out. He will not find his enemy, the enemy player, but he's in the shower and he knows that for now. But Shorty Boy taking huge amounts of damage. He's now down to, well, the ground. Penguin will take him out. Will at least take some damage. He's to half of his health. But bring this to a 4v5. Right now, this is the point in time where ExAequo are really going to be careful, because they have, well, actually no one attacking from upstairs, but so many players coming in from downstairs. Penguin, you need to be careful because Tap is upstairs. Tap is just waiting on you. E1D coming out, Tap not able to get into a better position. But exothermic charge being set, and that's the problem with soft walls if you're going to go in with a thermite, because that exothermic charge is going to be spotted, and now you're not getting in. Tap's a perfect bouncer at that point. He doesn't even need to be in the side to keep it clear. Wester finding another kill, making this to a 3v5. ATK, Alan, and Tap. All 3 are upstairs and are now actually getting attacked. They need to be careful, because them getting attacked might not be the best position to be in. The Thermite, or the Lion already on his way through. Penguin is just pacing through. He's in the showers and he's now been spotted by Tap. Tap who's been spotted by Wester. Wester actually getting the kill. Both trading each other out, and now it's all onto Alan and ATK. Alan finding 1 kill, seeing that Penguin is going in. ATK just staying safe. He should see the diffuser. He saw the diffuser. Still, that is going to be planted. ATK, you could have seen that. Now he's going to see the line, and now he knows where that diffuser is. He's just trying to see if he can find the kill against the line again. But Pegspin with a kill against Alan, and now he's on his own. There's at least a hedge next to him. He could try to use this to get downstairs pretty quickly. And it's still a 1v3. ATK trying to get another point of view. He's not going to find a kill. Penguin from downstairs getting that kill. 4-6. Raptors finding the first game, bringing border into their own hands. And with that, we are going to go into our second map, which will be Coastline. Raptors for now with a, well, shaking first defense, which was brought up to a, well, at least a 3-2. But after then, a 6-4, and, well, ExAequo at that point just, not breaking, but, not able to keep it up against their enemy team. Like that, Raptors able to pick up this round. And we will start this game, which is going to be between ExAequo and Raptors on Coastline right now. I should probably update the score as well. ExAequo losing our first map 4-6. So now this is the 1-0 for Raptors and a Blackbeard coming in as our first ban for the attacking team, which to begin with will be Raptors. I've asked the teams repeatedly and they said that. Not too sure if they actually listened to what I was asking them, but they said that Raptors was going to attack, so I'm just going to hope that this is actually going to be true. Raptors, on the other hand, banning the Ying out of here. So that's a ban we are going to see again. It's the first defense ban. It's actually going to be the Valkyrie. Still a possibility to see a Mira. She's still in here. Blackbeard, Ying, Valkyrie gone, and our last ban will be on to our next defense operator, which might as well be the Mira. 2 seconds, and it's the Mira going out. So no one-way mirrors again going in. Not a huge surprise, like always, but a surprise nonetheless. Peg's been saying, well, why? I don't know. But as our first attack, a Lion, Twitch, Doku AB, and, well, a Penthouse Theater defense. Sledge, our next attacking operator. No one likes Mira. No one does. Really. Well, actually, people do like Mira, but they don't like playing against her, I guess. Jäger, Maestro, Legion, Bandit, and Smoke going in for ExAequo. Like I said, on the Penthouse Theater defense line, Thermite, Twitch, Zofia, Doka, AB going in for the attack. MK, do you have sound problems? Because you just said hashtag saunas. Do you have the stream muted? Do you have the stream muted or am I muted? Asking that to the chat because if the cast is muted, that's no good, is it? Is that even your problem? I don't know. Well, let's look at the defense. We've got the Smoke setting up, we've got a Legion with him, and the Maestro again coming out for Alan. Maestro might have fun on this side because there's so much safe, like you've got vision. You don't have anything blocked right here.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Except if you're setting up right there, but that's one of the smarter positions to set up actually. Because you're mostly going to attack with a Thermite from right here. And like that you've got a an Evil Eye watching, and if the diffuser is going to be planted, even if it's going to be in a smoke, get the shots out and that player will be down on the ground immediately. Actually, no echo coming out for ExAequo as well, which is something we have seen many players do repeatedly, obviously, because if you're low on time, an echo will completely destroy a game. X-Ben going in as the set Thermite. Will be important later on to break through that wall. Let's look at the defense first. Got the Smoke and the Maestro going upstairs. ATK as the Jäger upstairs roaming around. We've got a Legion and a Bandit downstairs. ATK also sometimes getting downstairs. Somehow probably over the the staircase. Backspin now attacking on the Thermite. Got Exothermics right behind him. He needs to hope for, well, anyone to come downstairs, or Rabizzle who's doing work right now. Of course, there's not much to hold Rabizzle's drone off, so Rabizzle is just going to use his Twitch, and of course, if there's no one to hold his drone, yeah, he's going to do the work necessary, and that work is done. Those Bandit batteries will be gone. Exothermic charge set, Shorty Boy at least finding the first against Wester. That's the Zofia out of the mix. ATK still on his cameras. Tab now trying to get around outside. Maverick and Alan just waiting on the enemy team. There's still the black eyes set. They are going in right now. Paxman finding the first kill, is setting up the diffuser. Will take huge amounts of damage through the black eye. Will be attacked from behind by Tab. There's one E1D coming out. Tab will be spotted by that. I will not take any damage. Still, Paxman and Robizzle taking huge amounts of damage. They are now down to 25 HP. And at the end, that's not the amount of HP you want to have. You want to be full, don't you? 25 HP on 2 players, while Pack's been even lower than that. Robizzle still alive and kicking, also on 15. So, not the most for both, actually. Shorty now waiting on his enemy to come around. Logic bomb being shot off by Jesus. Jesus already planting the diffuser. Will be found by Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy, who will find a second kill onto Robizzle in the meantime, will bring it to a 4v2. And now it's all down to Paxton, who will be found by an Evil Eye. And now it's all down to Penguin. Penguin, who's completely alone. 1v4, just rushing in. Could have a player right behind him. Will find Shorty Boy in the beginning, and now there's the player coming from behind, going in. ATK finding the next kill and bring this to a 1-0. Will be ExAequo with a good defense, actually. Like, from a setup perspective, that looked a little bit better for our attacking team, for Raptors. Raptors able to make do with what they have, able to break through the walls to get the kills necessary. But in the end, it's just ExAequo who are just waiting on their enemy team to come around, who do the work on Shorty Boy, who did most of the work. Got one kill downstairs, immediately got upstairs, got the work done right there to get kills necessary. So, Uka now going in for ExAequo. Jäger, Maestro, Pulse, Bandit, Echo coming in for Maverick. I said it right in the last round where I've seen the Maestro. Echo is also useful. Like I said, if you've got a player planting and you've got the Echo, if you've got not enough time to plan actually, that Echo is going to do the work just fine. So is a Zofia on the defending side. If you've got a Zofia and that Zofia still has her stun nades, you are going to throw that stun nades. And if it's someone on the attacking side, if someone is going to try and get that diffuser gone, a Zofia will do the trick just like an Echo will. Which is something you need to keep in mind if your enemy team actually has a Zofia and if you're playing as Zofia. Don't waste your stun nades. Of course, shoot him if necessary. It's better to die without stun nades than to waste them, than to die when you still have them, which could probably have saved you. But if you're just using those stun nades just to shoot them, that's not going to do the trick, is it? Because if you've got the diffuser and there's still just some time left, use Zofia. Shoot those nades at the diffuser, and you don't even have to face your enemy. Which some people seem to forget that. I was playing a game today early on where this exact method was used, and the whole enemy team and like everyone in my team, of course except for the Zofia, seemed to have forgotten that. That it's not the Echo drone that is keeping you from planting the diffuser, diffusing it, but it's actually being dazed. So, Maverick has the Echo, seems to get a little bit of damage onto himself. Will be down some HP. Penguin running completely into ATK. ATK bringing this to a 4v5. Tab still downstairs. Hoping you can find anyone through the wall. Will be Robizzle with the headshot against Shorty Boy. There's one player downstairs, one angry Tab who's trying to find the kill against Robizzle. He will actually find that kill and bring this now to a 4v3. Robizzle out of the mix. ATK finding a next kill. Jesus, the only player on his own inside. They still Paxman running around, but he's outside. He's outside as glass. He needs to try and get up anywhere to try and help Jesus out. ATK with 2 kills already. Tab with 1, able to bring this to the 1-0. And Tab is already in billiards, trying to see if he can find any one of his enemy players. Maverick still holding off. Alan just reloading. Jesus taking some damage. Going out with a pistol. Will be taken out by Tab. Also on his pistol. And now it's all down to backspin. 3v1 as a glass. Finding one player. That's Tab out of the mix. Seeing the second one. But not actually dealing the damage. It should be Maverick outside. And there's still yokais that can be used to make things harder for backspin. 50 seconds to go. No risks being taken on our defending side. They're still alive and just waiting for Paxman to come, and should hear him downstairs. He's got 30 seconds. He needs to hurry. Paxman now on his way up. Throwing one smoke. That smoke will be immediately seen. And there's one player in hookahs. That player will try to find Backspin, will at least see him. 15 seconds. The time is just running out for him. He doesn't even have the diffuser. Finding the kill against Alan. And now it's all down to Maverick. Maverick, you need to stay alive or find the kill. And he will stay alive and find the kill. And bring this to the 2-0. Nicely played by Maverick. Really risky play coming up from Alan, who's running up front, who's trying to face the glass and actually getting the headshot against himself. Yeah, and that headshot will have you falling to the ground, doing nothing at all any longer. So, 2-0. ExAequo able to stay in the game. Bring this to a 2-0. Of course, you need to remember Raptors already got the win on border, so they brought it to the 4-6 on border and are now trying to win this 2-0. If ExAequo is able to bring this to a draw, they need to win Coastline. Our last map of today. And, well, while they are already leading 2-0, we are going to try and make it in the kitchen defense with a Rook, Castle, Echo, Maestro, and Jäger on the attacker line, Thermite, Twitch, Fuse, and IQ. That all to try and attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So, Alan Connor, Shorty Boy, just right now setting up. Maverick.
Bomb located by attackers.
Holding the walls in place as the Echo. Of course, you haven't seen Echo do too much the last game, because there was no diffuser planted, but it actually got down to the last second again. 3 minutes may seem like it's enough time, but it's actually not. It's actually really quickly done. 3 minutes. So you need to hurry with that diffuser, otherwise an Echo will just lose you the whole round. Smarty Boy setting up for Tab. Actually really clever that nade, meaning that they are able to see if anyone is going into VIP lounge. Using that armor panel is also going to allow them to see hear if anyone is going to come into VIP. Tab just holding ATK a little bit safer. Like, I'm not sure, but I think that last reinforcement was just to reinforce something, because he still had that. That's Impact actually doing nothing, and Wester will use that to find the kill. Where was he coming from? Wester, what did you do there? Like, I'm seeing where he is. No, I completely forgot where his enemy was. What did I? Yeah. Through the wall, that was. Great kill on Wester there. Bringing this to a 4v5. And, yeah, I'm shooketh. But, Wester actually able to pull this off. Penguin now down to half of his health. ATK in a bit of a predicament. Will be taken out by Penguin with that. No, actually not through the wall, because he opened the floor up there, did he? Yeah. Jesus, finding the next click against Shorty. So now it's all down to Alan and Maverick. Both on site, should not take too much, should not have relied too much on the time. It's just 2 players against 5. Raptors should be able to get in there pretty early on. Thing is, Maverick taking some damage by the fuse charges. Abyssal getting the kill onto Maverick. Actually, really interesting on Maverick is he's taken some damage before the fuses actually went off. He was hit directly by one fuse. So Alan Connor's now the last player alive. He's in a 1v5 and he's just waiting on his next enemy to come around. Taking some damage by the Twitch drone. Will find the kill against Penguin and will bring this to a 1v4. So now Alan Connor's at least able to find the first kill. Is he going to be able to ace this with 10 HP left? Or is this going to be the first round for our German team? And it will be! Wester coming out, finding the kill with his pistol, obviously, bringing this to the 2-1. Still a lead for ExAequo, who are looking a little bit better into this game. But need to win this and want to win this to get the draw going. Still, Raptors at least able to find that first round. And trying to win the rest of Coastline with the next rounds. 2-1 the score right here. Jäger, Maestro, Bandit, Smoke coming in. Tab still not too sure what to pick. Panthers Theater defense looked pretty well by ExAequo. The setup looked good for Raptors, but other than that, Shorty Boy just did so much work. So, yeah, maybe that means that ExAequo will get to the 3-1 and the safe lead onto Raptors. Lion, Thermite, Twitch, Capital, IQ going in for Raptors. And, wow, Castle now there for Tab on the 6 pick. We'll actually stay on that, not switch back to the Legion.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Like, the first round looked really good for ExAequo, and after that, on the second one, it did too. The first one, obviously, was the one on here, on Panthers. After that, Hookah, which didn't look too good. I mean, they won this with one player alive, just barely staying alive and killing that last glass. On the other hand, on Panthers, that looked a lot better than that round I just talked about. That setting up.
5 seconds remaining.
Interested to see how they are going to play this. They had 2 players downstairs, 1 player roaming on the floor, right on the second floor, and 2 players, the Maestro and the Smoke, so Maverick and Alan, just staying in theater, trying to see if anyone is going to come in. Raptors now with the attack on the side what they weren't able to win. Penguin getting up, trying to see if he can make way through that castle barricade. C4 being thrown by Shorty. That will actually not find a kill right there. Now will it find a player? Next castle barricade is getting attacked immediately. Shorty still staying there. I don't know if he should have tried to attack or tried to throw that C4 onto that castle barricade. What I would have done is just throw that C4 so that Penguin knows if I go through here, I'm dead. If I stay here, I'm definitely dead. Because with that castle barricade open, Penguin can do what he's doing right now. And Shorty Boy could try to bend a trick with a castle barricade still in place where he just threw his C4. I don't know if opening up that wall was the best idea. But ExAequo need to make do with what they have. Maverick ending the next player downstairs. Wester already upstairs on DJ. Going in, trying to find his way to VIP. There's also Paxpin opening up right there. So the next castle barricade actually falling. Shorty Boy hearing a player to his left. He will go out. He will be found by Wester. So now there's definitely no bandit tracking going in. 4v5. The bandit completely gone. And there's just 1 player upstairs. And that is Maverick. Maverick in a 1v. Make it a 4. Make it a 3. Now 1v4. There's a player actually on the window. So he really needs to have the help of his team. Or find a kill. Wester shooting fire. Will find the kill through the wall. That's a headshot on Maverick. That's the smoke on Tab at least getting a kill against Jesus. So now this is a 3v4. Penguin still outside. Will hear Tab coming in. Tab will completely be annihilated by the Claymore. And now it's all down to ATK. ATK in a 1v4. Westar finding the kill on Alan with his crossbow. And it's all down to the Jaeger. Can he bring this in a 1v4 to the 2-2 draw? Or are we going to go at 3-1? Are we going to go to the 2-2 draw? The answer is Robizzle finding the last kill and getting the 2-2 in hands. So, Raptors actually able to draw this out again, having some better attacking rounds after losing those first two. Hookah again going in for ExAequo. Raptors, can you do this? Can you win against ExAequo right here? As a line, Glass, Twitch, Capital, IQ on our attacking team, and Jäger, Maestro, Mute, Bandit, and Echo for our defenders. So, still have the Echo, still have the Maestro. Actually, Shorty going in with a pulse. I actually said, no, I've said that the last game that you could try to go in with a pulse as well, but Shorty is doing that now. Shorty's trying to help out with as a pulse, trying to help to see enemy heartbeats through walls. Oh, is he going to be able to do so effectively? ATK, the Jaeger, and just right now setting up. Thing on Raptors attacks right now is that they are just going in so fast. Like, we're getting the first kill into the round, like, make it 2 minutes in? No, 1 minute in, sorry, we've got 3 minutes to play. Make it 1 minute in. Maybe even earlier. Those kills are coming fast, and they need to come fast. Because if they do, Raptors will just completely overrun ExAequo. And the way they are playing right here, they are completely overrunning them, which is perfect for them. ExAequo having Alan on the Maestro again. Maestro not doing the best work for them, but they are still trying to manage with it. Where's this Capital? Setting up downstairs. Will be found by Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy getting that first kill. ATK taking some damage. He's down to 75 HP. But he's still staying alive. He's just running in. He's downstairs. They've got Paxman as the glass. Actually, who attacked ATK? There's no one around to attack him. Where did he take that damage? I think he's as confused as I am. But still, he's got a camera. He's trying to see if he can find any of his enemy players. Penguin will find him with his drone. Paxman finding the kill against Shorty Boy. Bring this to a 4v4. Tab trying to find an enemy player from the outside. There's Paxman on the glass. He's now dropping downstairs, trying to find Tab. Maverick also moving downstairs, actually roaming as the Echo setting up his barbed wire. 1 minute and 20 into the round. Alan staying as Maestro, setting up his cameras inside. That's actually that's just how. No, that's not how the camera should look. That camera is not, or that hill is not moving for me. Should it do that? I don't know. Penguin trying to find ATK. Opening up with his E1D, so he's on his way in. ATK not moving, will be seen by the E1D, still finding the kill against Penguin. Beautiful headshot coming out by ATK, bringing this all to a 3v4. He's downstairs now, he could be seen by Robizzle. Robizzle is just shooting the window next to him. Still ATK is staying alive, and he's trying to see if he can find anyone else. Jesus already on his way in, he's got one player right by his side. Trying to see where the Echo is going to be. I think he actually found him. Yeah, through the wall, that's another player. But downstairs, he also saw the C4. And Tab with a beautiful C4 throw actually keeping Alan alive. And that is just so unfortunate for Jesus, because he looked down. He saw that C4 and you saw him running. You saw him just completely sending it, and still he's going to die to that C4. Maverick and ATK finding the last 2 kills, bringing this to the 3-2, and like that ExAequo getting the lead into our first half. And the team that got the lead into our into the first half of our first game actually got the win at the end on Border as Raptors, who won 4-6. So it's looking pretty good for ExAequo. If we're getting the same halves again, this is also going to be a 4-6, but this time for ExAequo. Which, I mean, no matter which team wins, they are going to deserve it. Because not only did Raptors deserve the win on Border, but so did ExAequo as well. They both had such an amazing game. But right now, going into Blue and Sunrise, Raptors on Smoke, Frost, Bandit, Castle, and Vigil. Right now, they are behind. And right now, it's looking like ExAequo might actually get the well-deserved win onto Coastline. They bring out a sniper, the Russian sniper, the elite on glass. They bring out the Thatcher on Alan. I'm always confused that players calling him Thatcher, because the other day I've actually seen someone completely leaving away the TH in the beginning, just having him called Thatcher in the text chat, which really confused me. Was I calling him Thatcher all along, and was I wrong? But no, he's actually called Thatcher. I don't know why people are doing that. I mean, in some cases, H's are quiet and silent, but in this case, no, it isn't. Or is it?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh. Might actually be. Backspin downstairs as the Frost. That's something we also see from Raptors coming out the last games. If they are going to play Coastline, they are going to have backspin on the Frost on the bars. And it works. It really works. Backspin. Now trying to make do with what he has. Jesus also upstairs. They already have a player coming in for them. Wester being attacked by ATK. ATK on the glass trying to see if he can find Wester anywhere. Wester as Castle still staying alive, obviously. But the castle barricade already open. So Jesus needs to be careful, because there's player coming not only for him but also for Wester. Wester still waiting. 2 players right there upstairs. It's Maverick and Tab. Drone coming in. They will find the Vigil. That's Shorty Boy coming in from behind. And now it's all down to Wester. Tab with his drone will find the next player. Wester still staying alive and kicking. Thing is, he's been seen, and there are 3 players trying to show that he's been seen. Tab being the first one. And there's also actually another player from the outside trying to shoot through the wall. Tab getting killed by Wester, bringing this all to a 4v4. Wester trying to find the next kill against Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy is now down to half of his health. That health bar is looking quite short, actually. You could say it's a short boy. But Shorty Boy getting the next kill against Wester, and I'm really sorry for that. Getting the kill against Wester, bringing this all to a 4v3. Backspin still staying alive. So it's Rabizzle and Penguin, but they are all downstairs. There's no one actually able to hold off against the enemy players who are now trying to attack from upstairs. Penguin, seeing there's another player running above them, at least trying to use that hole to utilize it and see where their enemy players are coming from. Rabizzle standing completely below that hatch, but if I've seen that correctly, they're actually going to walk in from office, because office is open. And they've got 1, 2, 3 players in there. Shorty just trying to come from above, but there's no one. Shorty won't do too much right there. Maverick is setting up his charge. That charge will try to do some damage. Shorty coming from above, using the players going in from offices as bait, actually, to try and find the kill against Rabizzle, and he will. Maverick taking some damage by the smoke, but he's still staying alive. Backspin just waiting to be pushed. Will actually find Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy now lying on the ground. Pegspin reloading. Maverick on the other side of that wall will not be killed for now. Penguin staying alive. Needs to open up that first barricade. Will get out here. Try to get the kill onto Shorty Boy. Don't know why he ran up there, but he will be killed by Maverick. And now it's all down to Pegspin. Pegspin in a 1v3. Since I don't think anyone is going to be able to pick Shorty Boy up. Nor does it matter. Still, Maverick dying. Pegspin 1v2. 2 players left to go, both on side. Pegspin on 75 HP. And not enough time to get that diffuser. This should be our 4-2. ExAequo getting this done. Getting their 4th round. And getting the first round into our half. And a 2-round lead. Thing is, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what Raptors did. They had Pegspin, who was in a really good position, actually a really tight position also, on the Frost, like in the afterplan situation, of course. And they had, don't know who the other one was. I'm tempted to say it was, no, it wasn't Wester, was it Jesus? I don't know. But whoever that other player was, I don't know why he ran up the staircase. Because he should have known that Maverick could be right behind him. That wall was open. He definitely saw that. He opened up. He ran out there. He tried to get the kill on Shorty Boy. Of course, they don't know that there's 3 players on the side. But, like, killing Shorty Boy is a risk if you've got to walk so far around. And of course, if there's 2 players right there on the staircase, one Shorty Boy on the ground and one helping Shorty Boy up. That means for you, you've got 2 players on the side. If you're lucky, you can kill them in a 2v2, and after that you can defuse the diffuser while the other player is just keeping your back out. Which is much better than trying to risk it and kill the IQ. Which actually, like I said, wasn't really needed. So now the 4-2. Raptors losing their next round. Rabizzle setting us up as the bandit, and this is now looking expert. This is now looking good for ExAequo, who are now getting this in a 2-round lead. Rabizzle, of course, is still able to set up there. I'm more concerned about the OCD of anyone, because that's not good looking, is it? But still, 20 seconds into the round, ExAequo now finally able to try and attack. They're going in from down below. They've got 3 players downstairs trying to go into the supply hedge. Abyssal and Penguin staying alive, staying down there to try and spot those players out. Penguin will actually find one player who's running towards him. That's Shorty. Shorty immediately dying. There's a second player around. Penguin finding that kill. Rabizzle doesn't even need to move a muscle. 2 players downstairs. A successful defense on that attack. And the Thatcher on Alan Connors. Still alive. Still going towards Maverick. 2 players down. A 3v5. And not even any damage taken by Penguin in that 1v2 attack. Which also could have easily been brought towards a 2v2 attack. But still, they are alive. They are staying it. Alan Connors trying to see if he can find anyone else. Because right now, ExAequo really need to find an entry frag. Any kill helps. At least bring this to a 3v5. And of course, you should also not take too much damage in doing so. Because if you take too much damage while trying to find a kill, or even die, you're not going to get a huge lead on that. Pegspin getting the next kill onto Maverick. ATK at least finding another player, but will be down on the ground, and now it's all down to Alan. Can he pick ATK up? I think so, but then his position is known. No, ATK being killed by Penguin, and now it's all down to Alan Connors in a 1v5. Not even any damage taken by Raptors, and I don't think that changed at the end. Penguin finding the kill against Alan Connors, and a good looking round coming out from Raptors. Not any... not much, if not any damage taken by Raptors, which actually is really close or exactly around we had by ExAequo going in the last match. On Border, they had a completely flawless round where they definitely took no damage till the end. So Raptors now completely doing the same and bring this up to a 4-3. Can they do that again? Go to Blue Bar and Sunrise Bar and bring a 4-4 draw. If they do that, they just need to win 2 rounds in a row, and they are going to sit onto a second round win. If they lose 1 round from this point on, all they can hope for is an overtime, because then ExAequo will actually sit on the match point. Which, is it a match point? Do you actually have match points in a best of 2? I don't even know that. But let's just call it a match point. I don't know. Jesus, Penguin setting up downstairs, seeing if anyone is coming their way. In the future, that is, of course. Use the shotgun to open up that wall right here. That means if anyone is going to try and attack again from the offices like they did the last time, you've got a completely open office wall. You can try to attack them from the Sunrise Bar actually also, and try to find those players out. You can't really sneak behind them. X-Bin now setting up as crossed. And we will actually begin the round early on. Backspin sitting in the kitchen. Penguin, Jesus, also downstairs, trying to keep it from the side. Babizzle on his way up in there, and Wester together with Backspin upstairs, completely alone. Babizzle not finding anyone. Got players around him, but he's not able to get the kill onto them at all. Wester, the first kill by Tab. Tab from upstairs, finding the kill as Buck. And yeah, this brings us to a 4v5. The entry frag for ExAequo, they lost 2 the last round to Raptors, who then won the round. They get the first one, but they lose the second one. Robizzle getting the kill against Maverick. That's the diffuser on the ground. That's perfect for Robizzle, but there's a second player right behind him, and then it's ATK. ATK trying to somehow miraculously save that diffuser. It's actually giving up on that. Going upstairs again. Robizzle might be trying to get outside. Maybe get the kill onto the glass. He's actually now switch positions. C4 coming up. That's ATK done. Robizzle. More like, no, I'm not going to say it. Jesus getting another kill, Robizzle, and Maverick getting the kill against Penguin. So, PV3. Tab and Alan. Now the last 2 players in a 2v3. It's still possible for them to do so, but it's really a pity, since they've actually lost the lead they had player-wise after they've got the entry frag. They at least draw it out again, bring this to a 2v2. Which is something. Paxspin now downstairs, trying to get behind the enemy players. Robizzle still on the diffuser, calling that out to Paxspin. Paxspin, don't be too don't get too risky, because I've got the diffuser. I'm able to defend this pretty well. Alan now dropping downstairs. Robizzle, seeing that the diffuser is picked up actually, is now in a 1v2, trying to defend the kill against Alan. Alan will fall. Robizzle to half of herself. And now Tap. Tap needs to at least find that first kill and now win a 1v1. Paxspin is coming around. That diffuser needs to be planted. If Paxspin can find that kill, this will be over. Tap now on this side. Will run over towards Sunrise. Paxspin didn't even see that, but is expecting that, seeing that he can see that where that last enemy player is actually. Will find that last kill onto Tab, and I don't know why Tab actually stopped defusing that. Like, he thought he was getting attacked from the side. He thought he could actually find a kill right there, but he couldn't, because he was being attacked from up front. And at this point, a really good setup for Raptors. Because even if you wouldn't have that yokai that was sitting up in Sunrise, even if that yokai was non-existent, there was no way that Tab planted that diffuser without being seen. Because the whole wall was gone. Either he planted that diffuser in front of that wall, got seen there, and got killed immediately. Or he rushed through, got towards Sunrise, and planted it there. Where, of course, his enemy could easily jump in there and get the kill because the wall was open. But not only could he do that, he could also see that Tab was actually not planting on Blue Bar because, well, the wall's open. If Tab was actually going to plant there, he would definitely see that. So well played on Raptors to defend that.
Attackers have discovered the location.
To get the 4-4 going. They are going to get back here, or they are back here. Not going to, they are back here. 4-2. Question is ExAequo going to win this, or is it going to be Raptors? Because both teams are looking so close, to, so strong, and this is a close game.
10 seconds to
Both teams could be able to win this right here.
5 seconds remaining.
Raptors just setting up
Attackers
for,
have recovered
well,
their diffuser.
not one last
Attackers
time,
are moving to defuse a bomb.
the maybe even second to last time. ExAequo seemingly losing traction later on in the half. Like they had a really, they had a really strong first half. They had a really strong attacking. Well, they had one strong attack actually. Other than that, it was just Raptors being able to get it back. Still ATK finding the entry. That is Pax being completely gone. Penguin getting attacked from the side, finding Shorty Boy. Shorty Boy out. Shorty Boy is doing so much work for ExAequo. Him being out of the game really hurts them. But then again, there's still also ATK getting kills. It's not only Shorty Boy, but that's one player who's doing so much work that's out of the mix. So now a 4v4. Wester finding the kill on Tab. ATK hoping he can see another player somewhere around. Maverick knows there's Penguin right here in VIP, so he's trying to slowly get around. Somehow see that Penguin does a mistake. Penguin coming up front, that's the mistake he wanted. Finding the headshot and bringing this to a 3v3. Abyssal on the cameras, he's in the offices. Wester on top, trying to get around the hallway, trying to go towards VIP, where there's one player actually just waiting for him. That's Maverick. Maverick slowly going out. Wester on the other side just waiting for him to show himself. He will make a sound after being spotted by a drone. Will be found by Maverick. Wester on the ground. Maverick doesn't even realize, and he can now slowly walk up front, get that kill against Wester. Let's see that out of Wester's perspective. Wester will be killed. And with that, we are going in a 3v2. Abyssal trying to find Maverick, who's upstairs. He knows his exact position. At least he knew that a second ago, because he's seen Wester. But he's going to be too late. Maverick changing positions. Jesus getting attacked from the side, and Abyssal just trying to hold in security. Trying to see where the enemy team is going to attack from. Jesus on his throne, and that Echo, that yokai or that Echo needs to be taken out because they don't have enough time to plant that diffuser if that Echo is still there. So, Jesus getting the second yokai in. And two yokais are really hard to deal with, but there's also still Abyssal. 16 seconds! And is it going to be the time that is going to end this all? ATK trying to attack this, and Alan can't do anything. Abyssal will find him, and at the end, it's really going to be the time. 3v2, and they aren't even able to do one kill. Jesus finding the last kill against ATK, and that just went out of the hand of ExAequo. They had the, what is it, 4v2? No, 3v2? 3v2. They had such a strong setup going in. They could have done this right there against Raptors. They could have brought that round in, brought this to a match point, and the 5-4 would have been theirs. But they struggled so much. They still had the Yokais. Even if Robizzle wouldn't have pushed them, they still were the Yokais that were up above. And with 20 seconds and 2 Yokais still to go, you are not going to plant a diffuser. And then again, there's Robizzle, still roaming around, still coming from behind you, and in the last second finding 2 kills with no one even looking at him. So, 4-5, no diffuser even planted for ExAequo, and they need to win this last round. If they do, this is actually not going to be our last round, but they still need to win this. 4-5, things are not looking too good for them. Raptors right now, they've got Jaeger, Castle, Bandit, Maestro, Echo, going the defense in Penthouse Theater again. Ash, Thatcher, Buck, IQ, and Thermite going in for our attackers, who, like I said, are under pressure because they need to win right now. But really great defense going from Raptors, which the team's just looking stronger and stronger every time I'm casting them. Really show potential. Potential just needs to be harvested, and I think they are starting to finally harvest it. Because although it's close, the rounds they do win do look impressive. Then again, on the other hand, I haven't seen ExAequo that long, but also they look like they really know what they are doing. In the end, it's Raptors who are just a teeny tiny bit in front, but ExAequo could actually, it might not be the day. If we are going to see this match tomorrow or in a week or something, this might be the win for ExAequo, because it's so close. But of course, seeing the same match every time would get boring after all. Although this is a great match, I doubt it would get boring after 2 pickup time. Shorty Boy already inside, trying to see the 2 players roaming around. X-Spin, Robin and Robizzle. Penguin and Robizzle. Wester getting that first kill done. Shorty Boy dying immediately. Actually getting a kill from up above. Shorty Boy doesn't even have a chance to defend himself. Tap on Bug already in, opening up the walls, trying to see the player who's playing in offices, and there is one. They just aren't able to find him. Penguin's position. Now there's still Robizzle trying to help him. Penguin trying to help hold off anything in a 1v2. Grenades coming in. Tap on the other side together with ATK. They still have Robizzle. Robizzle who's getting attacked from the other side as well. ATK getting the kill against Robizzle, and now it's all down to Penguin. Penguin being killed by Tap, and this is now v4v3. Tap and ATK doing this well, pushing in with, actually, no, not the whole team, but 2 players from 2 sides. Maverick and ATK having a little, you know what they do there, but they do it. Tap trying to attack Paxspin from down below, and it works. Paxspin's now down to 25 HP. He's been reduced massively. Wester still sitting upstairs, still hoping he can find anyone through theater. There's one exothermic charge going in. Wester won't find that kill onto Maverick, who's just jolting down the staircase. But at least Wester is still staying alive. He's got Jesus with him, who's just trying to help him out a little bit. But other than that, he should be completely alone. Paxspin won't be able to do too much. One yokai out. ATK finding the kill against Wester, is now on his way in, finding the Echo. And now it's all down to Paxspin. Paxspin in a 1v4. If he can't win this, this is now going to be an overtime play. Paxspin getting killed by ATK. Attackers winning not round 1, but round 10. ExAequo bringing this into an overtime, and this is staying close. Equo getting the best of Raptors again and again, just so we are going to get into an overtime. A 3-2 half in favor of ExAequo in the beginning, and a 3-2 half in favor of Raptors now in our second half. So, Ash, Thatcher, Buck, IQ, Thermite going in for the attack of indeed ExAequo. So it won't be swapped another time. Question is, how good are they going to defend against their enemy team? Overtime going in. Blue and Sunrise for our defending team. Smoke, Frost, Bandit, Castle and Echo. And I'm actually losing frames, but don't worry, if I'm losing frames, this stream will come back. Don't know why I think it happened the third time, but might be a Twitch problem, might be a problem with my internet provider. I'm living in Germany, we haven't discovered internet yet, have we? So I'm guessing it's usually my internet provider. Wester is using his castle menace to secure him and Penguin. Oh, till now it's Penguin, it's probably going to be Paxman again. Up in place in Billiards and Hookah. So there's one castle barricade set up, there's 2 reinforcements going in. And probably Paxman, who's moving upstairs any minute now. So, looking at the defense for Raptors, there's West and Paxman upstairs, Penguin and Robizzle also, but I'm guessing they will both jump down instantly. Yes, Robizzle right now just trying to see if he can find anyone. Of course, he's still roaming around, but he's not trying to send hookahs. Maverick finding him with his drone will actually lose said drone. But at least still stay alive. Robizzle's position now known. He's trying to see if anyone is coming through that window from upstairs. No one can come through that main door, seeing that Robizzle would definitely hear that. He's got a C4 and he's trying to utilize that. But still, ATK attacking from behind. Shorty Boy finding the first kill onto Paxman. He's attacking through hookahs. ATK going in through Billiards. Wester playing in hookahs. There's one flashbang coming out. Wester still staying alive. Penguin downstairs trying to help him somehow, but there's no way he actually can. ATK has one player directly in front of you, but you're not getting the kill. Wester finding that first kill. ATK on his drone, not able to help him there, but finding Wester after all in the end, getting the diffuser up and bringing this into a 4v3. How nearly unfortunate this was. Jesus getting killed by ATK as well. Penguin and Robizzle, the last 2 players alive. Because ATK throwing his drone, seeing that last player, he was trying to drone him out, but no, his teammate died. And with him on the drone, he wasn't able to react quick enough. Maybe he would have been able to save him. That's a huge maybe though. Shorty Boy getting the kill onto Robizzle, and now it's all down to Penguin. He will be thrown off with a grenade. Will at least use his shotgun to find Tap and bring this all down to a 3v1. Still, diffuser in ATK's hand. That diffuser will be planted any minute now. Penguin in a 1v3. How much can he do? He's finding one player. He's getting that kill against Shorty Boy. ATK and Alan still staying alive. Penguin coming from outside. They just need to wait. They don't have to push. They just need to wait for him to defuse. But thing is, there's the gas canister coming out. And Penguin now defusing. ATK jumping in. They are both coming in together, finding that last kill and bringing this to a 6-5. Like I said, if you're alone defusing, the enemy team just has to wait. Just has to wait for you to come in, try and get that diffuser. Doesn't matter if you're smoke and throwing gas our way. We're just rushing through that. If 2 players are coming through that smoke at the same time, what are you going to do then? You're going to kill the one guy, and then the other guy is going to kill you while you've got your back turned. So score now the 6-5. Line, Buck, Twitch, Capital, IQ for our attacking team, which right now will be Raptors, and Jäger, Maestro, Dog, Bandit, and Echo for ExAequo, who are now, of course, defending Switch red dog out with a pulse. Hookah Billiards going in for our defending first round. For our second overtime round. In a 6-4. 5. I'm apparently getting tired because I'm slipping up, which I shouldn't be. Still, 6-5, our now score. Jesus picking the Thermite. And with the mighty and holy Thermite, they are trying to make do, trying to get through towards ExAequo's defense, which is now going to be centered around hookahs and billiards. If they can't do this, this will be our 2-2. Our 1-1. Our draw, map-wise, like I said, 4-6 on the first map on border. We're now on a 6-5 on coastline. Naughty boy.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Setting his batteries up.
5 seconds to insertion.
Just dropping down there. Maverick on the Echo. He's got 80k with him. Heading up as the pulse is going downstairs, trying to find the enemy team from there. Question is if he can. X-Bin using his drone to get a hold of a team. Shorty boy finding that drone immediately. So now look at the defense. You've got 2-3 players downstairs. Maverick also on the staircase. There's only Alan completely alone on the side. But Maverick can quickly move towards that side. The defense for ExAequo right now is just going to resolve about 3 players downstairs. One of those is already dead. Robizzle finding the entry. And that entry will set them off. Will give them the way to win this round. Thing is, there's still 4 players of our Italian side against them. And those 4 players, make it 3, are trying to win. There's a C4 coming out. Will not find a kill. Penguin moving to the side, staying alive right now. Was it Penguin? I don't actually know. But anyways, Penguin is also staying alive. No one is dying to that C4. Finding another player. Right now, I think maybe you could have gone better with a shotgun on pulse. Like, the 5.7 is still pretty strong. Maybe you could have tried to go with a shotgun. Because if you do, on pulse, you can try and find players from down below. Of course, not the preferred weapon of choice. But attacking players from down below might not be the biggest problem you have. 1 kill going in will be got by Maverick. Will find the kill against Jesus, who already set up for him. Unfortunately, not for Jesus, but for Maverick. Unfortunately, his exothermic charges. And now there's Pegspin. Pegspin coming from, I think, down below. Finding that next kill. That is our Maestro out of the game. So, Maverick and Tab. Maverick, now the last player alive. A 1v4. He's playing Echo, and if he's going to win this, I will be surprised. I will not be surprised. So, second run in the overtime going for Raptors, and now we are moving on to our 6-6. Last round of today. This is where the cake is going to either be split or completely given to Raptors. The last round, completely even sides on both teams. One team is going to have to win. And that team will either be our now defending team Raptors or our attacking team ExAequo. Both deserve it. Both definitely deserve it. Penta's Theater defense now going in for Raptors. As an Ash, Thatcher, Buck, IQ, Thermite on the attack, Jäger, Castle, Bandit, Maestro, Echo. And the odds maybe are somewhat in favor for Maverick. Because, well, the first round defending in the overtime was actually lost by Raptors. Thing is, they won 3 rounds. They won 3 rounds of their 6 defending rounds. So it's actually for Raptors a 50-50.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And they need to bring that 50-50 up to a higher percentage for the winning to actually win this whole match. It would have been a 7 rounds. That would be a 4 out of 7, of course. They need to get that 4 out of 7 to win, and they would win 2-0. Like, even if they are not going to lose, they are just going to draw this. But of course you want to have that sweet, sweet win standing by your name. So Panthers cleared. Last defense coming in for Raptors. Guns blazing, going all out. We've got the Castle, Jäger, Maestro, Echo, and the Bandit. And on the attacking side we've got actually 3 breaches and 2 anti-utilities. Which, I mean, isn't the worst idea. ATK going in as Ash. Heatherwick slowly droning around. Shorty Boy together with ATK already on the inside. Pepper's back. Just slowly watching if anyone's in the kitchen. Trying to find his way in there. Well, Alan now on the drone, just behind Shorty, just to give him this little bit more of information. Jesus, up above the edge, will take some damage at Shorty Boy from down below, who's just doing work on Jesus. Jesus now on 15 HP. And that's not giving you a spot in heaven, is it? But still, that's a way to win this match, and he definitely wants that. Jesus now down to 15 HP. Wester already also taking some damage as well. Down 25-30 HP. Will even lose more. He's now down to 25 HP. ATK being stunned by the Yokai. Trying to go in from down below. Shorty Boy actually seeing one smartphone on Rabizzle. Rabizzle just staying there. There's one exothermic charge already going through. There's a second EMP grenade probably coming as well. Penguin finding the kill against ATK. Wester finding the one against Tab. There's Penguin coming out. And now it's all on to Maverick Allen. And this is not going the way ExAequo hoped it would be going. Alan, the last player upstairs, will be taken out by Rabizzle. And it's now down to Maverick. He needs to find an ace to get this. And it started so well. They had 2 players down on their health. But no, they're actually going to lose this. And, well, this will be our 6-7 hard-fought victory. Really hard-fought victory for Raptors. We are bringing this to a 2-0 and winning our whole series against ExAequo. And Rabizzle had said it. It really was an intense game, and I was happy to cast this, and I hope you were happy to see such a great game. Really, really putting off everything, and really, really going out to try and win this. But in the end, there can only be one, and this one will be Raptors in the end. So, good job to Raptors to win a 4-6 on border and a 6-7 on coastline.